This is how to make money, how to make money from your music, whatever the title was last time, it's the same thing except updated. Update. It'll say update in the title. This is how to make money with your music. How to make your music make whatever the title was last time. That's what the title is this time, except it says updated. This kind of came about, and you might have already seen a version of this before, but the amount of backlash I got, the amount of DMs that I received for including applications that would leave watermarks compelled me to do this again, to make sure that everything can look professional without having any overhead cost. And this came about because some of the people I work with are having issues with various things, equipment going down, applications not working anymore, or not having access to the people who would help them facilitate the recording, right? So I decided to make a video that goes through a string of applications that an individual can use in order to make money or monetize themselves from their music with no beginning or overhead cost, right? And the thing that I would shoot to is BandLab. Why? Because you can make the profile and then use their recording application. And if your engineer is good enough, if he's someone like myself, he can take your recording from this application that is probably on your Android device, or maybe the only thing you can fit on your computer, or maybe you can't even put it on the computer, you're using it in the browser, right? Your engineer should be able to take that and make it sound decent for you, right? And also, if you don't have an engineer, if you don't have a me available for you, if you don't have me, I got a cat climbing up my back, ow. If you don't have a me available, then you can also use some of the built-in mixing features that are available to get something done and get it out, right? There's also other options like a GarageBand, which is available on iOS devices and Mac, and you'll be able to use this to get your recordings together. And again, as long as they're level takes, doesn't matter what kind of microphone it's done on, your engineer, if he's good like me, will be able to make it sound decent at the very minimum. But if you don't have a me, you can hit me up. Next, you want to make sure that you have a Bandcamp account to put this music that you're going to be getting and creating, and making sure that it's in a place that you're not just getting the music out there, but you're able to also sell this music here, or you can give it out and receive an email from here, and you can sell merch from here. And when you receive these emails, you're able to market from here, and you're able to send out newsletters to keep people current and interested in you directly. So this is powerful and something that you need to make sure you have within your arsenal and available. If you don't have a Bandcamp, you're probably, I'm not going to insult no one, you should be on Bandcamp. Just get on Bandcamp. If you're not, get it ready, get it up. And then there's also SoundClick. Let me make my case. Let me argue a little bit. It is old. They are lacking many features, but you are lacking many budget, right? You get a profile to use, okay? You get unlimited uploads here. You're able to create albums, to create your own playlists, and you're able to upload as much as you like, similar to a Bandcamp, right? You get an embedded player along with having this profile, right? And then you're able to collect emails from this profile when people download your music. From here, there's also the blog feature, and this is an underutilized thing. And no, this is not some SEO compliant, something that is going to get you visibility on Google search. However, you are able to still utilize it in a way that you can filter out the platforms and bring people into your ecosphere, your ecosphere, and reading your thoughts directly, where you can promote and advertise, try to sell a song, try to get a free download to receive someone's email, you know, or you can repurpose this stuff. You can repurpose it for your social media, you know, just to have it available and posting about it in order, again, to show people your activity and bring them directly to you. So this is a platform that I think early on is good when you don't have other things available to house some of these things, and maybe you have a lot of material you want to release, right? From here, to create the upload art or promotional material, Google Photos, it has features for editing. It's available. You can put it on your devices, Android or iOS, right? So this is available and does the minimum. Same thing with the iOS phones. They should have a built-in application that can do the bare minimum, but enough editing to create any upload art you need or promotional materials you would have to put together in order to gain traction, right? But if you do have a device or you prefer a browser, Microsoft has theirs available called Designer. This is free and you can use it. It's available. Also for Mac, Preview. It does some stuff. It's enough. And it's available on the Mac and on the iOS devices. So that's 2 editors available for Mac users in order to create imagery. But if you're saying to yourself, well, that's still not enough. Like, I know how to do this, though. I just don't have my Adobe account no more. I don't got my Photoshops no more. All right, well, then there's Photopea, whatever, right? This is available. This is OG. It's been here. I feel like I got something crawling around on my face. I don't know if I'm noited, tweaking or something. This is OG and is available. So if you're an Adobe user, this is dope for you. It's a lot done. You know, it can get browser heavy, but it's available and more familiar for those who have a deeper understanding of image editing and whatnot. Same thing for this here called Pixlr. I use this personally, and it works similarly to Photopea, but it has like some various AI tools. So this is also an option. Then if you want something more simplified, there's Canva. They have templates available. But I prefer to use an application called Pixelide. The reason is that they have more templates that work for musicians in music. I had requested some time ago and they obliged and added various templates. So you can see here that we typed in music and got that. Also, you know, if you're familiar with being on DistroKid, maybe you're not on DistroKid right now, or maybe you're looking to just do what some artists do and release your music only physically or through a Bandcamp, right? You can create mock-ups here, and you'll see that they have mockups, and that's why I use them over Canva. Not that there's any difference, just this is also available from them to edit your videos. Maybe you need to make promotional material. Maybe you made some videos, some music videos. Maybe you made some clip sync videos, whatever it is, right? You can use Microsoft's video editor here in browser. I believe you can download it as well, and it is watermark free. Okay, we are watermark free here, so that is available to you Mac users. You already know your iMovie, and it is available mobilely too, so that is on your pads if you have one of those expensive things. So maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I want something a little bit more in depth. I really like to edit videos. I know about video editing. I just can't afford like an Avid or was that Sony Vegas, something like that, right? I don't have that, but I know these things. Well, you could use Shortcut app. This is an open source. It's an OG platform, and is available for both Mac and Windows. So you have the option to do this and have a little bit more grip on the videos you're editing. Next is MailChimp, and you want to make sure you have MailChimp because you're collecting your emails through here. More importantly, you're able to drive that traffic once collected to your other platforms like Bandcamp, where you can send the newsletters, where you're able to introduce other merchandise. So it's important to have that, but in addition to having that, you can also use this as a landing page or like a link in bio page where you're using it as some kind of website or front page for yourself, right? So you don't necessarily have to rely on a Bandcamp or a SoundClick for a profile, whereas you're using this as your website or link in bio page, using some of the features they have available to make this look professional for you, right? And we will, in the future, I'll go over how to make that happen, how to set up, we'll go through some of these applications, not all of them, but some of them, and show how we can build a landing page in place of a link in bio in order to save that, if you would like to save that time and energy versus using a link in bio, like a link tree or something. You also want to make sure that you have a merch shop available, and I use Spreadshop. The reason I use Spreadshop is because you can get a Redbubble, you can get a Cafe Press or whatever, you can get a tea party or a tea spill or spill the tea or whatever it is. You can get that, but I use Spreadshop because they give you a storefront that you're able to use, so you're not competing with other people in their marketplace if you put items in their marketplace, but you're able to create your own storefront where your items are your items and only your items that you're showing. It's not like an embed code or some kind of embedded link that sends people back into the market of that platform itself, but you're here with your information, with your designs, and only the things that and essentially the layout that you want, right? Because you can customize it to an extent. So this is available, that's why I use it. And they also have what's called Spread Connect, which allows you to hook your shop up to TikTok and sell directly through TikTok and advertise directly through them to make those sales, right? And rather than having to drive people to a link, which brings us to using the meta suite, the business meta suite, the suite meta business, right? You're able to respond to your messages and to your comments very quickly from here. That's great. But the point is that you're able to do this for your page if you have one, as well as your Instagram. Refer or go to your analytics very quickly, and also schedule your content in advance from here, rather than trying to do everything from your phone. Not that doing things from your phone isn't okay if that's all you have. However, you can still download the application, the app version of this, and use it to be planning out your posts in advance, right? You're able to edit them once they're posted. And the thing is, and what I bring this up for, is there's a lot of paid applications, and a lot of creators will bring those paid applications up, and they might be affiliates, or they might have some kind of sponsorship, and none of that's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But I've noticed very few creators mention that Facebook, like some of these other platforms, have their own built-in scheduling system. Take advantage of that, because it helps when you're trying to reach people and monetize. But additionally, what we have available is the commerce feature, and we mentioned hooking TikTok up to your merch shop. You can click the commerce feature here, which will bring you to the shops that you have for Instagram and Facebook if you use it there. And you can see that the prints are here, the beats are here. Now they are changing the platform and the way the permissions work. So in the future, we'll go over a video demonstrating or showing how to apply these changes and use this platform appropriately based on, you know, what they require, right? But remember, that's available, and the same thing is available for YouTube. Once you get above a certain threshold of monetization, you're able, I believe it's the first level of monetization, you're able to hook your shop up from here directly to your channel. This way you don't have to direct people away from the channel in order to purchase your merchandise. So it's important to also be utilizing this platform, and it is available as an application for the phone devices as well. And then finally, just being on an Instagram, being on a YouTube, you can monetize these platforms. The same with TikTok. You can monetize your presence on there by journaling this journey using these platforms. All of this has become your content, not just the music that you're putting together, but the entire process has become the content that you create in order to make money from it, right? So I hope that was useful, that stuff made sense. If you would like to try any of the applications that I use, I will have links available to some of them. If you're looking for some resources that might help you along the way to get some of this done, links for those will also be available. And let us know what applications you're using. What have you used in the past that have helped you? What did you use in the beginning if you weren't able to, dish out for some monthly subscription for something you still didn't fully know how to utilize yet? Let us know, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care of yourselves. Stay creative.